Well, hey there, Mama, and welcome back to the Moms Overcoming Overwhelm podcast, episode number 135. I'm Emily McDermott, and I'm here beside you on this journey as we work together to declutter your home, head, and heart. Tell me if this sounds like you. You want to declutter this summer, but you have been totally putting it off. Maybe you've been having takeout like every other meal because you haven't been meal planning, or you've just kind of given up on cleaning your house because you're like, I'll get to it eventually. If you are a notorious procrastinator like I am, then today's episode is for you because I am sharing 5 habit hacks that help me even when I'm at my worst with procrastinating, and I know that they will help you too. So what do you say? Grab that notebook and pen and let's dive into today's episode. Hey there, Mama. Are you tired of all the stuff crowding your home, calendar, and mind? Do you wish you could say goodbye to the endless to-do list running around in your head? Want to declutter but don't know where to start? You're in the right place. Welcome to Moms Overcoming Overwhelm, where you will find proven and practical solutions to declutter your home, head, and heart. Hi, I'm Emily, a wife, boy mom, and simplicity seeker. I struggled to get pregnant and felt overwhelmed until I discovered decluttering could create the physical and emotional space I needed to become a mom. Now, 2 kids later, I've transformed my life and motherhood by developing simple systems around decluttering, capsule wardrobes, kid stuff, cleaning and tidying, meal planning, time management, and more, and I can't wait to share them with you. If you're ready to reclaim the time and energy you crave, be present with your kids, and finally enjoy the life and motherhood you so deserve, let's kick overwhelm to the curb, shall we? Grab your lukewarm coffee, your notebook and pen, and clear off some counter space. Let's do this. Make sure you check out today's show notes because I have a lot of announcements, including a reminder about our review giveaway. Now, there have only been 4 people that have entered this giveaway so far. As a reminder, it is for 2 Amazon gift cards in the amount of $50 each. And the reason I'm doing 2 separate ones is because some of you have already left reviews on Apple Podcasts, so thank you if you have done that. And if that's the case, you can share the show, and all the details are in the show notes today. The last day to submit is June 30th, so don't delay, and I really appreciate your support of the show. So today I'm geeking out on habits, which I love to do by going over these 5 ways to stop procrastination in its tracks by leveraging the power of habit. So let's just go dive right in. The first is make it easy. So when we're procrastinating on something and it seems like really hard to start the thing that we are avoiding and dreading, part of that is because there's something called activation energy that I've talked about on the show before, and I learned this from James Clear. And the way that he describes it is that similar to how every chemical reaction requires energy to get it started, habits and behaviors have that as well. And the habit that you're trying to build requires a certain amount of effort. So like if you wanted to run a marathon, that requires a lot of effort. However, to be able to run from your house to the mailbox, that is more doable. So we want to make habits so easy we can't say no, so that we can recognize, hey, this wasn't so hard to start it after all. When it comes to decluttering, maybe you're just starting with 1 drawer or even part of a drawer. Maybe, like me, you dread meal planning, and so maybe you say, you know what, I am just going to pick 1 meal for the week, and then the rest I'm going to figure out tomorrow. Or even better, setting a timer for 5 minutes to make a list of the meals that you and your kids will actually eat. What I learned from Kendra Adachi, and I love this term, brainless crowd pleasers. So that way you can always start from that list. And maybe with cleaning, you say, you know what, I'm just going to set that timer for 5 minutes. I'm going to clean 1 bathroom. So when you make it so easy that you can't say no, then once you actually get started, you realize, oh, this actually isn't so hard. And so hopefully you can keep going if you want to. So that is the number 1 tip, the number 1 habit hack, make it easy. Number 2 is to make it fun. So I always think of Mary Poppins' Spoonful of Sugar. In every job that must be done, there's an element of fun. You find that fun and snap, the job's a game. And that goes for habits as well. So you can listen to a podcast, you can maybe do a playlist, and I've linked to my 2 decluttering playlists in the show notes today. You also can do something where you only get to do a certain activity while you're doing the thing that you're avoiding or right after. So for me, I like to watch a show on Netflix as I'm folding laundry, or maybe after you work out, you can make yourself like a yummy smoothie. You want to make sure when you are selecting your reward or something that's going to make it fun, that you're doing something that supports your goals. So if you are decluttering your closet, you don't want the reward for decluttering your closet to be that you go out and buy a bunch of new clothes, because that kind of defeats the purpose, right? But making it fun means that you have more incentive and motivation to do something that you've been procrastinating. The third habit hack is to start messy. This is a hard one for me because I am definitely a perfectionist, and there is a close link between procrastination and perfectionism, because a lot of us have this all or nothing mindset, whether it be about decluttering or organizing, feeling like, okay, I'm not going to start it at all because it needs to look a certain way, and so I'm just going to avoid it. And so it causes us to be overwhelmed because it just seems like it's too much to handle, so we don't even start. And I have been getting back into strength training after a hiatus. I work out on YouTube just with Sydney Cummings, and she's fantastic, and she has free workouts 5 days a week on YouTube. But what I love is that she is teaching me that failure is actually something to embrace, meaning that we're picking weights that are challenging. And so if we have muscle failure, it's okay. You just adjust and you go down to the next weight that's a little bit lighter. And you can translate this into starting projects that seem overwhelming and daunting, thinking, okay, well, what's the worst that could happen? That I start something and I have to stop. I start something and I have to adjust it. Usually we're so afraid of doing it wrong that we don't start at all. And that can really prevent us from reaching our goals, which at least for me causes a lot of anxiety and overwhelm. So starting, even if it's messy, is tip number 3. Habit hack number 4 is to envision the return on investment at the beginning by asking yourself some questions, maybe even writing down the answers. So here are a few to get you started. How will I feel when I've completed this, even if I just do a little bit? So maybe your goal is to declutter the entire garage. You can ask yourself, how am I going to feel when that garage is completely decluttered and we can actually park our car in here? Probably fantastic, right? But also, what if I just do a little bit at a time? Well, in that case, you're able to see the progress that you're making, and you also have that confidence and that dopamine effect from that. And another question you can ask is, what is my goal for this project? So the goal might be for decluttering that you want to reduce your anxiety and stress. You want to have more time. You want to support your health. All of these might be reasons. So it's always good to remember why you're doing something in the first place. And then finally asking, what's the return on investment for my time doing this versus some sort of time waster, such as social media or, scrolling your phone or whatever it is. And at least in my experience, the return on investment for decluttering or doing some of these routines and planning is very high. Habit hack number 5 is to create an on-ramp routine to support your habit. So let's say that I want to make sure I'm exercising every day. One way to support that habit is to lay out my exercise clothes the night before so I can actually set myself up for success. Maybe it would be that you want to start going to bed a little bit earlier so that you can have more of a morning routine, setting reminders on your phone to have kind of like a wind down before bed. That might be an example. Or you can set a timer to focus on something for a certain amount of time and just know, okay, now I'm going to do my 15-minute timer for decluttering. And the timer is sort of your trigger to go into that task. So thinking about what are the things that would support me in this, how can I set myself up for success? Because as James Clear says, and I love this quote, most people never get moving because they can't decide how to get started. So if you can take some of the decision fatigue out of it by deciding once, I'm going to lay my workout clothes out the night before. When I declutter, I'm going to set a 15-minute timer. You don't have to think about it. You can just do that knowing that that is the first domino that allows all the other dominoes to fall when you are trying to set up a new habit. And I have a bonus tip for you. I love my bonus tips, right? And it is don't break the chain, recognizing the power of a streak. So I have been doing daily Bible reading using the YouVersion app, and it actually tracks it for me. Every time I go in the app, it'll show that I continued my streak. I think I'm on 150 days in a row or something like that. And for me, that's very motivating because I don't want to break the chain. And so if maybe that's for you, that you head on over to our Facebook group at tinyurl.com/moms overcoming overwhelm, and you join one of our decluttering challenges, and you're like, okay, I'm going to do 5 days. I'm not going to break the chain. I'm going to continue the streak, finding that support that you need. But you could find there's lots of apps that allow you to track habits. You can also do it manually if you want, but it's just really a great motivator, just knowing like, I can do this. I can start small. I can make it fun. I can start messy. I can envision the return on investment, and I can create those routines that support what I'm doing. And that will all allow me to not break the chain and to understand that this is doable. And as always, if you need extra support with decluttering or organizing your home, I would love to help you in an in-person or virtual capacity. So you can head on over to simplebyemmy.com/coaching and learn more about my services there. On Thursday, I'm going to be talking to Michelle Bird all about prioritizing and how we can set up our time and schedules, especially with kids at home for the summer. And as I am recording this, my kids are home, and so I love this conversation with Michelle. It's so timely. Can't wait to see you on Thursday. Bye for now. If you like today's podcast, here's what you can do. Just take 30 seconds to leave me a review. I know you're a busy mama. You're overwhelmed, in fact, but 30 seconds of your day makes such an impact. I'll be blessed by your words. They'll definitely make my day. And who knows, you might be entered for this month's giveaway. In Apple Podcasts, scroll down to write a review. Thanks so much for your time. I'm so grateful for you.